What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godly Potential YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about something that we all should be worried about. And this is reincarnation. But more specifically, the fact that a lot of people assume just because they're deciding now they don't want to reincarnate, that they won't. Okay. Now, if you know me well, if you know me on a personal level, then you probably know that I've said before, I don't want to reincarnate back here. I don't want to be stuck in this cycle of reincarnation or reincarnation again. Some people call it reincarceration. This imprisonment again. I don't want to be stuck in this cycle anymore. Okay? But a lot of people assume, though, that they're just going to decide right now that they're not coming back, and that's it. They're not coming back. I got some bad news for you. I got some bad news to tell you. It ain't. That's not how it works. You don't just decide that you are not coming back just logically and then just not come back. That's not how it works. But before I even go into what needs to be done, I want to just pull up a video real quick. So if you just bear with me, I'm going to do some moving stuff around. I'm doing. There we go. Cool. I know it looks weird, but give me 1 second. Cool. Let's just check this video out. This is by Moji. He is a pretty much a spiritual guru, you can say, but just listen.
But for those who feel this, I would like this to be my last life, they mean that they want to be in a state, not just a place, but a state of being, where they are totally in contentment and harmony with the Supreme Being. They don't want to be in a state that is predominantly run by dualistic thinking, by inconsistent thought, by restlessness. They don't want to be in a state where they are confused about who they are, or confused by love or by doctrines or anything. They want to be in a stable state of happiness and joy, to be in harmony with the Supreme Being of the universe. That's what it means. I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back to that state of mind, not only to that place, because you will not come back to that place. The chances of coming back to that specific place, you don't have that choice. You may be born again in a completely different place, you see, and you may be born with also other sort of physical impediments, mental impediments. You really don't know. We do not know that. And if you were born with mental impediments or physical impediments, it doesn't really mean that you are at a disadvantage. You may be at a disadvantage in this life, in this world, but internally, this is where you make your life worth it.
All right. So the title of this video is "I Would Like This to Be My Last Breath: Transcending Reincarnation" by, like I said, Moji. So I threw that up there because that's how a lot of us are. We don't want to pretty much come back. We don't want to incarnate. But like I said, a lot of people just assume that they're just going to decide that they're not going to come back, and that's it, right? They feel like they're going to fulfill their purpose, and then that's it. It's not that easy. So what needs to be done in order for you to not come back here. Well, spiritual growth, spiritual evolution has to happen in this lifetime. Like a lot of people, like there is certain, you got the angel numbers and people see synchronicities. I see the synchronicities all the time, right? Well, instead of seeing like 333, 1111 numbers as such, they say if you see your birthday, right, like the month and the day, then that means you're going to ascend this lifetime. Like, I was born November 4th. I see 1104 all the time, right? Just seeing that, I'm telling you right now, it doesn't mean that this is it for you. No. I believe that means maybe you're on the path to that. Maybe you have a good chance of this lifetime. But what really needs to happen is you need to reach a certain level of spiritual growth where you can pretty much, through extensive work of the spirit, basically evolve your consciousness to a certain level. You have to astral travel and do a bunch of things. You got to go through a bunch of evolutions so that when you pass away, when you transition, you're able to take your consciousness with you. So then you can consciously decide if you want to reincarnate or what you want to do, right? Because if not, you're just going to die. Maybe you evolve spiritually a little bit, then you might go to a higher realm, right? You might go to heaven, a heavenly state. But ultimately what's going to happen is, after that experience of that heavenly state, you're going to be drafted again into the reincarnation. That's what's going to happen. Until you realize what's going on after death is when you can stop the reincarnation cycle. Now, I'll tell you right now, if I was to pass away right now, transition right now, would I reincarnate? Absolutely. I have not reached that state yet. Like, it's not something that happens overnight. Practicing magic, as I was taught, that gives you like a faster path to pretty much figuring out or evolving your consciousness to a level where you don't have to reincarnate. So I was studying that for a while. To be honest with you, I've been slacking a lot lately just because I got other things that are pretty much taking priority, which as soon as I get that taken care of, then that will be my main focus. Spiritual evolution, spiritual growth. But for those who think that they're just going to learn about certain things and then they're just going to be golden, I'm sorry to tell you that ain't it. Now that brings up another point, like why you should focus on spiritual growth this incarnation. I forgot the word for a second. Why you should focus on spiritual growth right here, right now, in this incarnation. Well, just as Moji said, what if you come back in a different lifetime and you have more limitations? Okay. What if you're born into a extremely like radical religious environment, right? What if you are born with certain limitations and disabilities of the physical? Okay. What if you are born into a society that's more trapped, where if you get caught reading or something about anything that's remotely outside of what everybody else is indulged in, that you will be not only shunned and outcast, but abused physically? Basically what I'm saying is, what if you incarnate in your next lifetime and you don't have all the access to the things you do now? That's the reason why you need to focus on that shit this lifetime, because that's truly is all that matters. However, it's difficult. Like I said, I'm kind of focused on something else right now. It's difficult because when you get the animal body in there and it fucking wants to survive and it wants to care about this shit, it's very hard to override it. In fact, for me personally, I know that I have to take care of this body before it can allow me to do anything else. Because even when I did ayahuasca, right, they had us fasting, and the crazy thing is the medicine didn't even kick in because my body was so hungry, right? You would think that if I took this medicine on an empty stomach that it would hit me like immediately. It would go straight into my bloodstreams. But the fact of the matter is, for me, the medicine couldn't even go to the bloodstream, right? Maybe it wasn't getting broken down or what, because the body was just pretty much starved of energy, and it needed that. And so basically the body was like, we're not finna endure this experience. Maybe because, look, we need the energy to endure or what, I don't fucking know. But anyway, once I ate and the medicine kicked in, intuitively I heard, through the medicine, through the spirit, whatever you want to call it, I heard, you must take care of the body before you can get any type of, like, you gotta take care of this vessel you're in. If not, it's not going to take care of you. And so you have to, yes, get the mundane shit taken care of so you can focus on the more spiritual things. Because let's say you're in turmoil and you're in a shitty state, it's going to be very hard to focus on the spirit. So get that shit taken care of and then focus on spirituality, and more specifically spiritual evolution, so you can transcend this if you truly don't want to reincarnate. But if you do want to reincarnate, hey, more power to you. Then keep doing your thing. So yeah, that's what I want to get on here and say. It takes more than just deciding on a logical level that you are not coming back here. Nah, you got to put in the work. So put in the work. What does this work encompass? Well, me personally, I am on a magical mastery course or program. But not only that, I'm also in a magical order that, I'll be honest, like I said, I'm not, as of late, I haven't been too active. So honestly, every time I think about it, I feel shitty about it. But the fact of the matter is, it's very difficult for me to divide up my attention. When I'm into one thing, I'm all in. Everything else kind of falls to the wayside. It's very hard for me to just be focused on multiple things, giving it my all. So as soon as I'm made to a level in this thing that I'm doing now, then I will shift my focus. But in this order I'm in, that's where we're getting taught. This is taught by master teacher. I don't know if he goes by that label, but I'm giving him that label. Frank White. Okay, you can go check out his stuff at The Grail of the Serpent. That's his Facebook, not his Facebook. Well, yeah, that's his Facebook. That's his Instagram. That might be his Instagram. That's his Facebook and his website for sure. His Instagram may be Aurelia Sopax, but yeah, he teaches that. I mean, it's hard to get into it. Sometimes you open it up for new members. I believe it's closed right now, but you want to find someone who's teaching about this stuff and get on that, or just dive into independent studies and go that route. Do everything you can to evolve spiritually. Okay, that's if you want to end this reincarnation cycle or reincarceration. But yeah, that's all I got. So yeah, you know what to do. Thumbs it up, share, subscribe for more. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.